Hello everyone, the Dry Frog here. So, this is my first art tutorial in English. And I really hope you'll like it. In this video, we are going to see how to bring your drawings to life by creating fancy atmospheres, playing with lights and shadows, cool and warm colors. I'm the lazy type of artist, so I'm always looking for fast and creative ways to get the best results with a minimum amount of efforts. For this coloring technique I'm using Clip Studio Paint, but you can also use Adobe Photoshop or any other program, as long as it has the layer blending options. First of all, I do a quick sketch of my drawing. Here I'm using a reference found on Pinterest. Then I do the line art. I'm using a simple round brush and it doesn't have to be very clean. Just give it some character, some imperfections here and there. Then, I use flat colors for the character. Make sure you are using a balanced color palette. One of my favorite tips is to use complementary colors. Here we have some pink and green. Also using 2 levels of saturation for the pink on his hair and his jacket. For the background, I'm keeping it simple, flat gray tones for the concrete and some textures. I don't want to add textures on the character. I want it to pop out from the background. The next step is to draw the shadows. I use one layer for the character, and one for the background. Always use a separate layer for the shadow, so you can change the opacity and the blending mode later. Pick a cool color, like a desaturated blue, and use a hard or a dry brush. You can use your reference to get a realistic sense of volume. Once you are done, set the blending mode of the shadow layer to multiply. You can also adjust the opacity at this step. But for me it's okay. Then here is another tip, use the blur tool to soften some areas in order to make your shading looks more 3D. I'm feeling generous today, so I'm giving you another tip. Duplicate your line art layer. Add some blur, then set the blending mode to overlay. This is like adding reverb to a sound. I love to use this in my illustrations. After this, I paint the shadows for the background. Then I set the blending mode to multiply. It looks already good. But we can go further than that with a pleasant ambience. Something like sunset or golden hour. If you find this helpful, like and share the video and don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials and digital art tips. The magic trick here to reproduce the beautiful effects of sunlight is to use a warm color in a separate layer and set the blending mode to add glow, or overlay. Add a gentle gradient on the lit side of your character. Then, fill the negative selection of your shadow layer with pink, red, or orange, or something in between. So, now, use the Gaussian blur filter to have this lovely pink color around the edges of your shadows. Then decrease the opacity, just enough to see some details of the wall. Next, to blend all these colors together, you can fill a new layer on top with the color of your choice. Set the blending mode to overlay. Then adjust the opacity. Here it's the same color I used for the light. But it doesn't matter, I'll change it anyway by using the hue saturation tool. Drag the hue slider until you find the result you like. To finish, I add some light effects on the character. So, are we done? You can keep it like it is. But I'll show you how to make it more fancy. Add some noise on top. Duplicate your color layer and set the blending mode to difference. Adjust the opacity. You can even create a vintage photography effect by using the glow coloring technique. And, voila! Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it. You can ask me any question, I'll do my best to answer each one of you. You can also follow me on my Instagram The Dry Frog for more digital art. Thanks for watching. And see you in the next video.